interesting segment on Home Truth Nigeria. So today I would like to talk on this topic. Signs your Nigerian man is not in that relationship with you. Now there are a lot of you who are dating yourself without knowing, even though there is a man in your life, present in your life, who you call your lover, and because of that you think you're dating. But the truth is, you actually might be dating yourself, because in the deepest part of the heart of that man you're with, he knows he's not with you, although you think he's with you. And for whatever reason best known to him, he has decided not to tag along in that relationship you're building in your head. And this is why I want to make this video to talk about signs your Nigerian man is not in that relationship with you. And a lot of you might be pondering, how would that Nigerian man not be in a relationship with you? I mean, he asked me out, he chased me, and he did everything. Yes, it happens, but people change, right? So I just want to list out some signs that could show that maybe the Nigerian man you think you're in a relationship with is not with you. Now, the first sign to look out for is, are you dating a Nigerian man who is too comfortable with you leading? Now, one thing you will notice with most Nigerian men, especially those of you who have dated real Nigerian men in a very serious relationship, is that as soon as the relationship progresses, you notice the Nigerian man is clearly defining the structure of the relationship. Now, what do I mean by that? Now, he would try to make you understand that as this relationship progresses, as the man, he's going to be the head. You would be his support. If you turn out to be his wife, you'll be his wife and you will support him. This is one thing he gradually introduces. He molds this. You start seeing the structure. And this is the reason why, if you come to most Nigerian society or African society, you always have the men as the head of the family. However, if you are with a Nigerian man who is very comfortable with you leading, he doesn't get involved in any decision making. You make all the decision and you just present it to him. This is abnormal for us. But if this Nigerian man is very, very comfortable with it, then there could be a problem. Maybe he's not in that relationship seriously with you. Now, if your Nigerian man is relaxed with you controlling and leading the relationship, something is wrong somewhere. Believe me, if you have a Nigerian man who doesn't care and is not interested in making any decision, he just wants whatever thing you say is fine, then I will be very, very worried. Worried because this is not the norm for an average Nigerian man. During certain stage in a relationship, you see the Nigerian man begins to exert his authority or position in that relationship somehow. And this is where a lot of you start having disagreement. You start quarreling, arguing because of the way he is gradually introducing his authority. He brings security. He wants to know what you're doing. He wants to tell you how you should do it. He wants to control a lot of things. To him, this is security. He feels as the head, he has to put this out there. And this is where a lot of you feel like, oh, he's too controlling for me. And the problem escalates and stuff. But the truth is, when a Nigerian man does that, he is only trying to make you understand the structure. But if you find yourself in a situation where you make every decision, he doesn't care, he doesn't get involved, anything you say, oh, that's whatever, it's a problem. He might not be in that relationship with you. He could be there with you maybe for certain things he's benefiting, because this is not a norm for Nigerian men. Now, the next point is, he never gets angry. You're dating a Nigerian man who is never angry. You've never seen him angry. Nothing you do makes him angry. You are just too perfect. Everything you do is perfect. Nothing makes him angry. Even when you do things that would normally piss a cat, a dog, an animal off, it doesn't piss him off. He's still smiling, composed, you know, doesn't get angry. If you ask me, I'll tell you something is really wrong somewhere. Now, one logical thing, is that in every relationship, most times we step on people's toes. We do things that would offend our partner. We're humans, we're not perfect. But if you find yourself, you're dating a Nigerian man and you've come to think about it, that this dude doesn't get angry, nothing I do upsets him or makes him get angry. Listen, don't think that guy is Santa Claus. He lives in, what do you call it? What does Santa Claus live in? North Pole, whatever. Don't think he's Santa Claus. He's always happy. No, that's not true. Something is wrong. It's very, very untypical for a Nigerian man to always be there smiling, opening his teeth, laughing for you. Something is totally wrong. It's either that guy is very, very too careful not to upset your feelings because he knows that if he reacts in a certain way, you can't understand it. And this way you need to pray and hope that this dude starts showing his true color. Uh, because if you're with one who never gets angry, you're not with a perfect dude. Something is wrong. Something is wrong somewhere. So you have to be very, very careful. It's very untypical for Nigerian men not to get angry. So when he's not angry, he's always happy. He doesn't want to offend you because he needs you for something bigger, bigger than the picture you have at the back of your head. So he doesn't want to upset you by getting angry. And this is very, very, very untypical for Nigerian men. Very untypical. If you step on my toes, I would talk to you. I will talk to you. I will tell you my mind. Not always, sometimes if there's a need for it. But if this is not happening in your relationship, you need to think twice why this dude is careful not to, show that he also has emotions. Another side of his emotion is he's offended because you're not always going to get it right. You're a human being. Sometimes you get it wrong. Sometimes you piss and offend people. You need to see that emotion as well. So if you're not seeing it, something is wrong somewhere. Another point is he apologizes for everything. Now, to apologize is very good. In fact, saying I am sorry can stop war, it can stop a lot of things. But if you date a Nigerian man who apologizes for everything, even when he is right, and you are wrong and he's coming to apologize, something is wrong. Now, here's the thing: the average Nigerian man is stubborn, most especially when he knows he's right. He's stubborn. He wouldn't come to apologize to you when he thinks he's right. To him, it's like he's teaching you the wrong thing. You have to own up to your mistakes. And why should you apologize when you're wrong? The average Nigerian man is stubborn to think that way. So if he's coming to talk to you and apologize even when he is wrong, right, and you are wrong, he's always there to apologize. I need you to look at it that your relationship with that man is not going towards the right trajectory. Something is wrong. Don't get too relaxed to like, oh yeah, he will come and apologize. No, something is really, really wrong. When he's always coming to apologize, things are wrong. You could lose him faster than anything. And whenever you have a Nigerian man always coming to apologize to you, three things are going through his mind. Now, the first one is he just wants peace. You have Nigerian men who just want peace. Like, it's a hard day out there. They're tired. Can't we just have peace? So they just come and apologize, even if they're right. Don't be offended, okay? And then things go back to normal. Two, he has no other choice yet. If a Nigerian man is with you and he has no other choice, you know you are bad, you're beyond repairs, like you're so bad, they can't fix you, you're beyond repairs. And he knows he hasn't got a choice yet, like he hasn't met the ideal woman. He could apologize just to be in that momentum of peace with you, or maybe he needs something from you. So he could just apologize. So things would go well, nothing is bad. Another thing is he is cooking something up with you. What does this basically mean? It means he would come and apologize because he needs you to achieve something. Maybe you are the means to which he would travel out of Nigeria. Maybe you're helping him financially. So he has to be on your good books. But the question you need to ask yourself is, do you think he is not thinking? He'll be asking himself, would I live like this? Do I want to be with this lady who is never wrong? I always have to apologize for everything. Circumstances has forced him or has bent him, so he's apologizing for everything. But he's not daft, he's not stupid. He knows he can't tolerate this nonsense, all in the name of relationship, all in the name of he wants to travel to the United States or Canada, whatever. He knows he can put up with this on the long run. But for the meantime, he has to tolerate this because there's a bigger goal in front. So he has to endure all of this, say whatever apologies he has to say with his eyes in the goal. And this is the same thing that happened with Michael and Angela. Of all the abuse and insult and everything Michael went through, that every human being would have left and abandoned the relationship. I kept on telling people his eyes is set on the goal. He knows his destination. So he would do whatever thing it takes to get to that destination. Means apologizing, whatever thing it is, just to keep this lady happy. He did it until he got to the United States, and boom, he left. he left. He left. He didn't leave to go be in the arms of another older lady. No, he left to go be in the arms of a younger lady. He's done with older women. They brought him to the country. Voila, that's good. She's played her part. Now let him get serious with his life. Go look for a younger lady who can give him kid. It's the same pattern that is happening to a lot of you, but you don't see it. Michael gave you a clear definition of that script, but some of you don't see it. You always think yours is different, but it's not different. It's still going to follow that same pattern. Now, the last but not the least is, if your Nigerian man has no shame asking you for money. So if you're dating a Nigerian man who is very comfortable talking to you on phone chats, telling you to pay his rent, I weep for you. I really, really weep. I weep for you, honestly. Now, a lot of you still don't understand why I am always emphasizing on this topic: money, money, money. Now, the goal is that even if I don't save 1,000 people, I would make one lady wake up. And a lot of women are waking up because they write me and I tell them this and this. And they look at the signs and they say, oh, yeah, you're right. So if I can save one person out of 1,000, it's a lot of work for me. And this is why I'm always emphasizing it. Because if you find yourself you're paying rent, giving your man money consistently, there is an impending storm coming. I've seen this happen a lot of times. There's an impending storm coming. And some of you, because you're new in this channel, you've not watched a lot of my videos where I kept on talking about this. There's a storm coming, and when that storm comes, it will sweep you off completely. It will sweep you off completely. So, especially those of you who you are sending money to men you've never met before, you're talking to them online, it's romance scam. It's pure scam. You're being scammed. Forget about the sweet name and everything they say to you. It's all part of the scam. What do you expect the scammer to do? Come to you with a max? No, he will come real like a lover, but the intention is to scam you. Even the EFCC, the Economic and Financial Crime Commission of Nigeria, they just look at the arrow. It says, where you have the arrow, they even listed it on your page. It says, be circumspect about stories you are told by strangers and supposed lovers in an internet affair. It says, above all, never send money or disclose your banking details to anyone you don't know or trust. This is the same thing I am saying. The fact you're talking to that guy online, you don't know him, is still a stranger. You don't know him. Wait, go to Nigeria 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Go and see this dude. Understand who you're with. A lot of you send in thousands. You don't even know this guy. You've not met him. You've been talking to him for years. When do you realize you're being scammed? When do you realize you're being played? You're being conned? The EFCC, they said the same thing. These are the same scam tricks. Have you ever asked yourself why they follow this same pattern? They look for older women, and the next thing they ask for rent, food, medicine, and family. Why does it always have to follow this pattern? If a lot of you come to my page and share your story, a lot of you, 99.9%, would say they've always asked for rent. Why is it so? Of course, you don't want to see your lover being kicked out homeless. You have emotions, you have this feelings inside of you. You don't want to see your lover hungry. Come on. How much is it going to cost you to give him 100 here, 100 here, and 100 there so he could feed? But it's the same scamming pattern. It's the same trick. They use the same format because they are all working under the same scam template. And this is what I try to tell a lot of you. If you find a Nigerian man who is doing this to you, he's not in a relationship with you. There's something bigger he's planning to do with you, and it's not for your own good. I promise you this. So when they come ask you for money, keep your money in your purse. If you meet any Nigerian man who says, oh, I love you, your name is Ifemi or whatever, and I want to marry you, and then he comes to you to ask you for rent, tell him you're not ready to settle down, young man. How do you want to get married to man you can't pay your rent? Go work some more. And then when you can pay your rent and take care of yourself, then we can talk about marriage. So you don't just jump and like, oh, he wants to marry me, and then you start sending money. No, this dude can't take care of himself. And you think he would take care of you, you're sleeping. So listen, if you got anything to write me, you want to assess, think if you're being scammed, you can always write me on hometruth86@gmail.com. It's completely free of charge. Other than that, guys, like, share, subscribe. Home Truth Nigeria. Peace out.